All right, everybody, welcome back. Good afternoon now. And we've got more running backs to take a look at here. Again, we're going to just go ahead and jump right in. And we're starting with a fun one. Brashard Smith. Brashard Smith of the SMU Mustangs. Little bit unique, this one. So, 22 years old. He's pretty small. In fact, maybe too small. Although there's a reason for that. 5'10", 194. Very fast. Not very quick, but he's got top end speed. Not very explosive either. Only 1 year of significant production, although it was a very good year. It was good, and there's a reason for that too. So, Brashard Smith was a wide receiver at SMU. I think SMU he was there, but either way, he was a receiver for 3 years, and then he converted to running back in 2024. And oddly enough, not only did he have a great year running the ball, he also had his best year ever catching the ball. So, figure that one out. But he's a former wide receiver who brings a lot of unique skills to the table here. He can run routes, he can catch, he's good after the catch, he's got all that understanding of that element of football that not a lot of players have at the running back position. He's also got the ability to improvise and move unpredictably. He's got the ability to be very creative once he gets the ball in his hands to get extra yards. He's got good vision and good processing, which is great for a guy who just became a running back. Usually you would expect these guys to not have good awareness, but this guy seems like he does. He looks like a relatively natural running back, although he is playing at SMU. And I think he'll be excellent as a kick returner as well. And kick returner stuff, that that's about to start mattering more than it's mattered in a while. So keep an eye out. Some issues, I think they're pretty obvious, right? He's very small. I think if you try to use him like a straight up running back, you're going to get him broken and you're not going to get anything good out of him. So you need to use him the right way. You need to use him carefully. He is a little bit slow to get up to his top speed, as his 40 time showed. He doesn't run with power, not a lot of toughness. That's not really his bag. His running back vision hasn't totally come around yet. I think that it's totally understandable why not. Like I said in the pros, I think it's good. You just need to give it time for him to get a little more experience in that area. And he's not a very good blocker, which you wouldn't expect him to be, and he may never be. He's a converted receiver. So he's very fun. You just have to use him in the right ways. It's up to your play caller, it's up to your offense designer, and it's up to the other running backs in the room to pick up where he leaves you wanting. So, early fourth round. Maybe a little too soon, but I think there's some unique fun stuff here. Uh Kyle Monangai of Rutgers, 23 years old. I tried, guys. Monangai. I don't know. If we draft him, I'll figure it out. Anyway, 5'8", 211 pounds. So he's short, but he's got some weight to him. So it's not bad. In fact, it might even be good. Very, very short arms, though. That may not be good. He's slow, decent acceleration, but his top speed is very, very poor. Not very explosive either. Big boards, sixth round, starting to edge a little into the fifth. Aggregate has him in like the early. No, what would that be? That would be like the late fifth, early sixth. He's had a lot of production these last couple of years for Rutgers. Over 2,500 rushing yards. Also, a little bit is done as a receiver, not a lot, honestly, but been productive for the Scarlet Knights. Positives about him: he is built to survive contact. He is built to take contact and keep going. He gets underneath the pads of defenders really well. He's able to get low, and when you're the low man, stuff's good. His running back instincts are solid as well. I think he has a good understanding of where the play is going and where he needs to be. He's got sharp cuts to commit to a hole and go. He's good at making that one cut and just bolting up the field. Got some nice route running ability as well, and he's creative. I think he's creative in the open field, and that's something that he utilizes to get extra yards. So definitely some upside here. I do wonder if he's a little too patient sometimes. And when you give him the ball on these inside zone runs, I think he hangs back a little too long, and that may not work in the NFL, Works okay at Rutgers, but in the NFL, I don't know. He's not fast. Like I said, he doesn't have breakaway speed. 4.640 is not that's not buttering my biscuit, and that's not going to turn 20-yard runs into 60-yard runs. He's not big enough or strong enough to pick up blitzes. So I do think that it's probably just not in his skill set. I don't know if he's going to be able to ever be a blitz pickup guy, which is not the end of the world because it's not like he does a lot as a receiver either. You just have to keep in mind he's probably not a third down back. And sometimes he gets off the track a little bit, I think. Sometimes he can kind of get a little too improvisy, just a little bit. like really, I think his main issue is just consistency. So fun, but kind of forgettable. I could see him being a bowling ball. He's got a little bit of receiving talent, but not enough to make him a third down back. So I go 5th rounder, and I might even go 6th rounder. I don't know. I didn't feel it. Okay, next up we have Jarquez Hunter. Jarquez Hunter of Auburn, 22, another small guy. A lot of these back-end running backs feel like they're small. Short arms, too, so you know what you're getting here, but he's got good speed, so the trade-off is reasonable. PFF says 5th round, CBS says 4th, ESPN says, like, 6th, and the aggregate says 5th. So a little all over the place here, but they all have the same basic idea, day 3. Pretty decent production the last couple years. 2,100 yards rushing, 15 touchdowns, 40 catches, 270 yards receiving or so. So not huge production, but pretty workable. He's got good contact balance. He's another one of these small guys that can roll through contact and keep chugging. He's got clean cuts. He cuts clean and quickly. He's able to make that one plant and go. He should be a very good special teamer as well, I think. I think he'll be good in coverage units. Plays within the confines of the play and follows his blockers well. So you can count on him to stay on script and go get what's there for the most part. And his top-end speed is quite good. If he can build up to his top-end speed, he's hard to catch. Now, it takes him a while to get up there. He does need to kind of, go through a couple gears to get up to his top speed. He's not just going to be flash gone. He's not very elusive in the open field. Doesn't have a lot of wiggle to his waggle. And there's really not much here as a third down back. He does have a decent number of catches over the last 2 years, but his actual ability to be a receiver is limited to like check downs and dump offs for the most part, safety valve stuff, and he's not a blocker. And while he did run with a good amount of power in college, I'm not completely convinced it'll translate great to the pros. It's not like he's a bowling ball. He's not one of these guys who's like 5'9" but weighs 215 pounds. He's actually about commensurate. His weight is commensurate to his height. Very close. So just kind of frustrating with the limitations here. He's got no third down value at all, really. So he's still fun, and the special teams helps. I do appreciate the fact that he'll be good on special teams, it looks like. So 5th round, I would have gone 6th, but I think the fact that he'll be good on coverage units saves it a little bit. But yeah, as a running back, it's just kind of frustrating when you have these little guys that probably can't help you very much on third down. So that's Jarquez Hunter. We got one more guy for this video, and then we're going to have more videos later, but that's going to do it for the moment. So let's go ahead, peel it back, and take a look at our last guy, Joaquin Marks. And if you don't want to say Joaquin, even though that is his name, he goes by Woody. So that's probably the right thing to call him. If my name was Joaquin, I would also want people to call me something else. And Woody is as good as anything else. USC Trojan, 24 years old. Decent size for a back in this part of the draft, 207 pounds. Very short arms, though. Again, testing numbers were pretty much average across the board in terms of the historical percentage over the last 25 years. 40, 10-yard split, vert, broad, 20-yard shuttle. It was actually kind of uncanny how average he was in all those areas. PFF has him in the 7th. ESPN has him in the 5th. The aggregate has him in the 6th. CBS has him going undrafted by like over 100 picks. That seems a little over the top to me. But regardless, Last year was kind of his breakout year. Did a lot of damage receiving and a good amount running as well. Gave USC's offense almost 1,500 yards total, like 1,450 total, I guess. So he's good at allowing the play to develop before going. He's patient. He waits his blockers out and then he goes. He's a very good receiver. I think he'll be a very good receiver out of the backfield in the NFL as well. I think that will be a legitimate asset to any team that gets him. He doesn't fumble hardly at all. I think he had like one college fumble in his career. He's got good vision as far as running backs go. He's got a good understanding of where the play is going and where he has to go to develop the play. His ability to cut and go will fit in many NFL offenses. He's got that one cut and go ability that you strive for with like the Shanahan offense, right? And he's got some wiggle in the open field to make tacklers miss. So he's also got some moves, and he can deploy those to squeeze out extra yards. He doesn't really have size or power. He doesn't run with a lot of power. He doesn't really have the ability to run people over. Doesn't have the ability to maintain contact balance. His speed and acceleration are pretty mediocre. Limit his value, so he's not going to have a lot of breakaways. He's not going to have a lot of big bursts through the hole and just be gone. He's not strong enough to handle blitzers, so picking up blitzes, that's going to be probably an issue with him throughout his career. And he's already going to be 24 by the time the season starts, so his ability to improve in these areas is slightly limited. So he's got some stuff to offer. I think he can find a role in the NFL. I wish there was big play home run ability, but I think that as a receiving back, he can do some things. So I'll go 5th round pick. Couldn't quite do 4th round. I really thought about it. And that'll do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. More running backs soon. Go Hawks. Got a bunch more to get through. Everyone have a good day. And I will talk to you soon. More running backs on the docket.